Live fitter and longer with the Fitzness Show, hosted by fitness expert, author, and TV personality Fitz Kohler. She'll tell you why diets are dumb, supplements are snake oil, and the truth about how you can earn a lean, hard, pain-free, and athletic body. Now for our favorite bossy blonde, Fitz Kohler.
Hi, team. I'm Fitz Kohler, your fitness expert and very noisy race announcer from Fitzness.com. And welcome to the Fitzness Show. Tonight, we're going to talk about one of our favorite things, which is running and walking and racing. And most importantly, the races that I announce and Rudy Novotny announces, some of them together. So last week, we did the fall race recap. And boy, did we have a lot of fun. It was an incredible season. And of course, we're so grateful to be back in action, back with not only our events, but our runners, which we love so much. But we have a heck of a lot of fun planned for the spring. Yeah, the spring this year. So I'm going to bring on the noisy guy. Here he is, Rudy Novotny.
Hey, Fitz, the noisy guy, not the noisiest, but the noisier.
You're noisier.
Okay.
I wanted to give you a little bit of credit.
How's everything going in Gatorville?
Wonderful. But I just saw a feature about these alligators in North Carolina where the pond was freezing and they stuck their little snouts up through the ice to survive. Isn't that very smart?
Very smart gators.
Yeah. Typical.
No wonder they're prehistoric. They've lasted forever.
That's exactly right. Hey, we already have some Heidi Ho's coming in. Now, it's a mystery user. I want to encourage everyone to say hi. You can ask questions. You can talk about your favorite races. You can pick on Rudy or tell him how much you love him.
Please pick. I'm happy to be picked on. It means you care.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm so glad you said that because I have something I want you to do. All right, Katie. Hi, Katie. Hello, Jason. All right, Rudy. So are you ready?
I don't know. What? What are we starting with?
All right. You promise you're going to be my friend forever, no matter what.
Well, yeah. Yes, I am.
Okay. So I want you to say Coca-Cola without having your lips touch.
Coca-Cola.
All right, do it again.
Coca-Cola.
Good job. Okay, now say it regular.
Coca-Cola.
See, your lips didn't even touch.
I don't think they touch anyway. Yeah, me.
Good job. I was waiting for you to Coca-Cola. You did a good job. You did less weird than I've seen other people do it. All right, so we've got more Heidi Ho's coming in from the one and only Iron Michael Jones.
Michael Jones. Good to see you, Mike.
Terry Berg. Another mystery user who specifically wants to say hi to you.
Hey, mystery person.
And another mystery person. That's right. It's your birthday coming up, Rudy.
It is. It is a week from today.
What do you want for your birthday?
I want more races and more people running them.
I love that. All right. Yeah. I bet you're going to get it, especially this year, right?
I hope so. I hope so.
And then the times we've been together on your birthday announcing races, it's funny. It feels like everybody shows up to the race specifically because it's your birthday.
I get a lot of love on my birthday. It's been really, really nice, and it's really special. And it's the part of the reason I never mind working on my birthday. You know, why not? People are happy to celebrate with us, and it's good times, good times. Happy birthday to me next Wednesday.
Yeah, happy entire year to you. I hope it's wonderful.
Thank you. I'm sure it will be.
And it will be because you're going to spend so much time with me. So how could that go wrong?
Right? That's impossible. It's as good as it gets.
All right. So we did the fall race recap last week, which was super fun. And I love gushing about those events. And we've got a bunch planned for this spring together and separately. And one of the things I'd like to point out to everyone watching is that our races cumulatively are possibly the best group of races in the country. And I say that because the fact that they're willing to invest in us and we are investments truthfully means that these races and these race organizations are investing in all the bells and whistles. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. It is a significant investment on their part. For a lot of these, they're flying us in and putting us up in hotels. It's not inexpensive to have quality race announcers, if I may.
That's right.
And so, it just means they care, and it means they care about the details.
Yeah.
And thank you very much to all of you when you let the race directors hear from you, and let them know that you care, that we're there.
That's right.
And yeah, because Fitz and I are really fortunate. We don't have to announce any race that we're not really personally excited about.
Right.
And that and it's important to both of us that we feel that those events really cater to runners and racers and walkers.
Right.
And they really care about the details and put on a really good show. And if that's not the case, we're not there.
That's right.
We have a choice. Race directors, we do love you. We know you work real hard, and we do have a few empty dates, so you can get back to us. We are
just a few empty dates.
Just a few. They're getting thin.
But it's definitely symbolic. If we're there, you can have faith that there's an incredible structure or start-finish line arch. There's beautiful medals that they've probably spent a pretty penny on. The gear, the shirts are beautiful. They've worked on course entertainment. There's great volunteers and hydration stations, and we are the cherry on top. So if we're there, you can bet your bottom everything else is there.
Indeed. We're fortunate enough to work for some of the finest race directors in the country, if I may, in the world.
Yeah.
And they're very, very experienced, and they love what they do, and they love putting on a great show.
Absolutely. So hello, big love to you, Leanne Anderson. And speaking of one of our best race directors, Rich Clark from Buffalo.
Hey, Rich, Buffalo.
And we're going to be talking about Buffalo. It's actually at the end of the show because it's one of the last things on the calendar we're going to discuss. But I want to dive right in because this weekend you have a wonderful event. So tell us what's going on this weekend, Rudy.
I do. The McCourt Foundation putting on the Rose Bowl half marathon, and there's also a 5K. Really super event in Pasadena, the Rose Bowl. I mean, it's iconic.
It is.
We had, and we just did it. The date had to change, so we just did it in, I think it was November, and now we're back on its regular date in January. Great course, super fun finish in the Rose Bowl.
So cool.
In the Rose Bowl, and this year, just so anybody knows, this year the Finish Line Festival will be on the field. We've been okayed to use the field now, so we're back on the field. Super fun event. The numbers are really good. We're gonna have a great crowd. It's gonna be big. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Rose Bowl. Enough said, and it's brought to us by the same organization that puts on the Los Angeles Marathon. High quality all around. It's bound to be a blast.
Absolutely fantastic. Some of the best people in the business.
I was going to say, do you have a discount code? But heck no, you don't have a discount code.
I do not have a discount code, and there wouldn't be one this close to the event anyway. So.
That's right. Hi, Tim. Good to see you, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
All right. And then next up is one of my events, and it's one of my very new events where I'm hyped up, excited. I'm changing my logo to full-blown pink. There we are.
Oh.
That's right. In February, the February 4th through the 6th in Jacksonville, Florida, I will be announcing the breast cancer marathon called the Donna. And I am so pumped to be able to, take part in this cause to help other people that are dealing with the nasty pants disease that I had to face a couple of years ago. So out of all the races I've announced for years and years and years, I've actually never announced a race specifically for breast cancer. So this means a lot to me to be a part of this one, and we're going to have so much fun.
And Fitz, what are the distances offered on the Donna?
So many. They have everything.
That's what I thought.
They have everything. And in fact, what I'm going to do right now is I don't have all of your races scheduled on my calendar. I have some of them, but I just shared a link with everybody on all platforms. If you click on that link, you will see all of my races. And oh my gosh, an error occurred. That's annoying. You'll find my race calendar. You can always just go to fitzness.com, click race announcing, and there's a calendar there. But for the Donna, we have a marathon, a half marathon, a 5K, an ultra marathon. There's a 110-mile deal going on throughout the weekend, which is bonkers. There's a 0.0, which I think is super fun. I think basically you're making a donation.
Sign me up.
Sign you up. I believe we have, and then there's a family run, a 1 mile family fun run. So lots of good stuff. But again, it's Jacksonville Beach in Florida. And I can say as a very proud Floridian, Florida is a place to be right now. Not only do we have all of our freedoms to roam and do fun, wonderful things. However, the weather is spectacular. And I just got off the phone with my race director from Fargo the other day, and he is dealing with 20 below zero. And we're at about, 70, 80 degrees most days right now. So Jacksonville, Florida, you can't beat that. That's February 4th through the 6th. And use discount code Fitzness when you register for a discount.
Excellent. That's going to be, they're lucky to have you. That one is an iconic event. And I believe you told me they've got a lot of survivors come run. And
you know how I am. I mean, I'm very personal with our athletes, to say the least. But it reminds me of the ovarian cancer race I've announced in Ann Arbor for many years. And just to be able to get my hands on those survivors and patients and make them feel like royalty at the start, at the finish line, is really special. So we're asking all of our Donna athletes, if they've registered in advance and they've made the statement, hey, I'm a survivor, their bib will say so. But know that if you're coming to that race and you have this disease in your past, I'm coming to find you, and you're going to get a big old hug, and you're going to get a royal stink made out of you. So that's a really special opportunity, right?
That's fantastic. Yeah. Lots of hugs. Fitz Kohler and her legendary hugs.
That's right. And then Rich Clark and Greg, you're getting posted for a 0.0 race at Buffalo. So something to consider, right? And Leanne, we're going to talk about that because I am coming to California too. And then we have another mystery friend. All right. Next up is one of your races. You have February 12th.
Yeah, actually, I've got a busy weekend that weekend, February 12th and 13th. On the 12th, the San Pasqual Trail races. I'll be working with Jeff Stoner and Jim O'Hara, awesome. Two amazing race directors out of San Diego. And they put a lot of really good races on, a lot of trail races. So this one is in San Diego, North County. And, I meant to check the distances. They offer a number of distances. I think there's even there's a 50K. There's a half marathon. I believe there's a marathon, and maybe something shorter. I should have checked, but really quality group of people. About 450 athletes and super trails. And Jeff's such a kind individual. Jeff and Jim. They apologize in advance that there are some hills that might make you say naughty words. So
I love that.
So, hey, and, I encourage all my friends from San Diego, Orange County, come on down, and should be a really, really fun weekend. And if you're interested, check it out right now, because I know there's very few registrations left. So I don't have a discount code for that, but the race is ridiculously inexpensive anyway.
What's the name of that race?
That is the San Pasqual Trail Race.
Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful area, North San Diego County. And some challenging trails. So come on out. My Jenna's going to run it. My daughter's running.
Of course she is.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to hold everybody back so Jenna can win.
And that's the only thing you could do. Why don't you just give her a special start about 10 minutes in advance?
That's what I should do.
Announcer privilege. Not that she needs it.
She doesn't need it. She's a very talented athlete. So that's fun. It's going to be Saturday. And then Sunday, I'll be announcing with Jim O'Hara and also a Jeff Stoner event. And that is the Kook Run in Cardiff, California. That's San Diego, North County as well, right by Encinitas. Really super fun event. Great vibe. It's been going on for a while now, but it's under new ownership. Jim O'Hara and Jeff Stoner have purchased the event. And these guys are they're runners, they're coaches. Jim's a very fine race announcer. I've worked with him for a number of years, and they really, really want to put on, kind of change it up and bring it up to the next level and put on an amazing event. The course is fabulous. It is coastal. It is down the coast and back up the coast. It really seriously is probably among San Diego's most scenic runs. And there's a 5K, a 10K, and a junior kook run. And discount code Rudy Kook 5. Rudy Kook 5 to save yourself $5.
Spell kook for us.
Rudy Kook, Kook, which is named after the statue, the surfer statue in Cardiff. That's legendary. You and I've run and motored back and forth in front of that before. A great race. It benefits the Cardiff 101 Main Street Foundation. So a great community beneficiary and a great time. I highly encourage everybody to come out. It can get real competitive, but it's fun, it's fast, and it's a great time.
It's kooky.
It's kooky.
All right. And next up, I am super excited because at the end of February, we are hosting the largest pirate party on earth at Gasparilla in Tampa, Florida. That's February 26th, 27th. And I am so pumped for this one.
I have friends from here. I have friends here from San Diego that go every year. Yeah. They get on a plane and go down, and every time they come back, they tell me, Rudy, you either gotta run it or you got to announce it. So thank you very much for getting me over there.
Right, and, of course.
It's totally iconic. I can't remember, Fitz, how many years, but it's been a long run.
Yeah, it's been a very long run, and it's led by Susan Harmeling, which is she's a legend in the industry, and she's so nice. Oh my God, she's so capable and talented and a quality leader, but she's also so sweet, which just kills me. So I really like working for her. Last year, I hosted Gasparilla when it was a hybrid event, and I give them all the credit in the world because when all the other races when their city says, no, you can't host a mass start, they said, okay, we cancel. Susan said, wait a minute. How about you just lend us the road for the weekend and we'll do our virtual race out on Bayshore Boulevard. And it was genius. And that was my first time announcing Gasparilla, but we had so much flipping fun. And even at that modified version of Gasparilla, people were rowdy and enthusiastic, and they came out in their pirate gear. And we want 100% of our athletes in some sort of Jolly Roger pirate hat, bring your feather sword, whatever you got. I'll be dressing like a pirate. What about you, Mr. Novotny?
Oh, I am totally down for dressing like a pirate. Arr, I'll be there and I'll be looking spiffy.
That's and we have so many people that are reaching out and saying, this year I'm doing pirates over princesses. So
really? Well, we know there's a princess event that weekend.
That's right.
There's right down the way in Tampa, great opportunity. I think Princess is sold out. Don't sit there with the blues. Come on out and party with us at Gasparilla. It's going to be amazing.
It sure is. Okay, so we have there's 2 days with many events. There's a 5K, an 8K, a 15K, and a half marathon.
Right.
And there's something else I can't remember. So sorry to Gasparilla.
We have kids?
I think the kids' races are the week before.
Oh, okay.
They do something separately.
Okay.
But anyways, 5K, 8K, 15K, half marathon. The discount code is Fitzness1. So Fitzness number 1 and then Fitzness 2. I think Fitzness 1 is for if you're registering for 5K, 8K, 15K. And then the Fitzness 2 is for half marathon and the challenges. And for the challenges, you can do 2 races, 3 races, or all 4 races. And we have a heck of a lot of athletes who come out and do all 4 races, which, leaves me speechless.
They just can't get enough of a good thing. What are you going to say?
Can't get enough of a good thing. So again, all in pirate gear, and we expect to see everyone. Again, it's Champa Bay. You got to come on out. Meb Kefletsky comes every year. So if you want to give Meb a Heidi Ho, he should be there. And then perhaps Tom Brady and the Gronk will come on out and give us a shimmy. I don't know. I'm not advertising that, but perhaps. You never know.
It could happen. It's not impossible.
No. And I bet you if Brady came out, he would win everything because that's all he does, right?
Because nobody would want to pass him. Everybody'd want to hang with him, and then he'd just cross the finish line before everybody else.
Or because he's better than all of us. But anyways, that's another debate for another day. Okay, next up on our calendar. Oh, and that website is rungasparilla.com. Easy to find. We expect to see everyone there. The next weekend for me is an inaugural event.
Oh.
And I am elated. And this is another one. Folks just need to get on the plane, get in their car, in the train, and come on over. It's the inaugural Coast Guard Marathon in Elizabeth City, North Carolina on March 4th and 5th. It's first time event, and we get to honor one of our greatest sections of the armed forces.
One that is very often, I'm not going to say forgotten, but they're not recognized as much as Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines, of course. And as someone who's a boater and spends so much time out on the water, I can't say enough about the Coast Guard.
That's right.
They're amazing, and I'm not jealous. I'm not.
You're not jealous. I'm thrilled. So our athletes will get to run through one of the largest Coast Guard bases in our country, and it's an air base. So there's all sorts of planes all over the bases. There's boats, but there's the smaller boats, not the big ones. Just a big patriotic event. And so the fact that I was invited to announce this race, and I love our country so much, and I love our armed forces. I couldn't be more excited. So Coast Guard, and for anyone who would love to be a legacy somewhere, and a legacy means that you have done every race since the beginning. And usually what happens is if you stick with a race from its inception, you end up being an honored guest, and perks come and parties come and swag comes. It's a really cool thing, but you can only become a legacy if you've run that very first race. So this is the one everyone needs to show up for.
And Fitz, the distances on Coast Guard?
Thank you. It's 10 full marathon, half marathon, and 5K. And the 5K is Friday night, and the full and half are Saturday morning. And so there's a challenge medal, and it's just so cool. I wish I had one here. I do not have one here, but the gear and the medals are great. And the medals are on my race calendar. So if you guys click over there, but it's beautiful. It's one of the planes, and there's a turning thing. I don't know if I'm left.
A spinner.
Thank you so much. And the spinner shows you what cargo is on the plane.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's really cool. I mean, the whole thing is just well done. And this is, again, first time they're coming out of the box big time. So come and join me in North Carolina. All right, hold on. We've got a comment from Kelly. Of course she needs North Carolina. So giddy up, Kelly, who I owe a nice dinner out or something like that. And then Chris says Gasparilla is awesome already. And now they add y'all. That's right. They've added y'all.
Thanks, Chris. Good to hear from you.
Hey,
Fitz, is there a discount code for Coast Guard?
This is the discount code for Coast Guard. It's coastguardmarathon.com, I think, and fitzness.com.
Awesome.
All right. Next up is you got March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. Where will you be?
March 17th. March 17th. I do have March 17th. I don't have March 17th.
Spirit.
Okay.
Spirit Run?
Hold on. No, March 27th is the Spirit Run.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well, tell me about that then.
No, let's go to the next big one we got.
Okay. All right. Well, you tell everybody what our next big one is.
March 19th and 20th, the Asics Los Angeles Marathon, LA Marathon. Oh, so excited to be back there.
Yeah. So LA Marathon and the LA Big 5K, which is
right,
the day
LA
before.
Big 5K. Right.
Yeah. And that is such a big 5K that it's worth giving its own little special section to. But yeah, the Los Angeles Marathon is the largest event you and I announce. I think in our biggest year, we had 27,000 athletes.
Yeah, just under 30,000. And this year, really excited to know that Students Run LA is back.
Okay.
It'll be because we got so busy and you were at OC.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll be at the new course with the new finish line, and just very, very excited to be back in Los Angeles again. McCourt Foundation does a fantastic job putting all this together. And who's that? Oh, see you at the Big 5K. I love it.
Leanne was there. I got to see Leanne this year because I did host the LA Big 5K, but Our races in Los Angeles begin at Dodger Stadium. So it's just full of really cool stuff. Dodger Stadium is really neat. I have to confess, I've announced this race for maybe 5 years now. I've never been inside Dodger Stadium, which is semi-weird.
We're
Right?
gonna walk in this year.
We
We're gonna
have to
walk
go in,
Yeah.
but it's the big statue. It's Jackie Robinson out front, which is beautiful. The expo was out there this year. It's a really cool start, and the crowds are raucous. It is very LA. The whole experience is very
It is.
LA. So when you do the 5K, you start at Dodger Stadium, you end at Dodger Stadium, but people come out and they are rowdy, and they not only put up with our shenanigans, they're in on it, right? They love to party.
They are. The big 5K again is Saturday morning.
That's right.
With the marathon being on Sunday morning. And there's also a little known half marathon, a charity challenge opportunity. And I'd encourage anyone who might want it. You start at the stadium and you finish at the same finish as everybody else. You just kind of.
Is that true?
Yeah. No, I'm just sitting here lying to everybody.
You're such a liar.
Lie like a guy.
Okay.
You are asked to raise funds, and it's a great cause. So there is a charity challenge half marathon. Go online, lam.com.
No, lamarathon.com.
lamarathon.com. And check it out. LA Marathon, just iconic, just amazing. And we'll be excited to see you all there.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And you may see some celebrities, some just pop up to our races. We've had a bunch of interesting people run.
We have. Indeed, we have.
Yeah. And more importantly, we will be there.
Yes. We're not celebrities, but we will be there anyway.
That's right. The noisy people will be there. I love LA. It's special. And the course this year starts at Dodger Stadium for the marathon, and then it ends is it Studio City?
Studio City.
Yeah. Avenue of the Stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And home to many film production, many film production facilities. It's really cool. It's really cool.
Rudy, you may get discovered out in the center of Hollywood.
Yeah. Oh, great.
It might happen. It might happen. So brush your hair that day. Okay, now we're going to the next one. March 27th. What you got?
March 27th, Newport Mesa Spirit Run. I've done this one many times. It's our 38th presentation. Hats off to race director Diane DeRudy. And this race came up. It actually starts right by Fashion Island, where we start other races that we do.
Newport Beach.
And it started many years ago. And it was parents, PTA people, parents from the schools, administrators, more principals and teachers than you'd ever seen at any event. They've just put their heart and soul into this. And there's a lot going on that day. We got a 15K, a 5K, a 10K, an elite mile, a sub-elite mile, which means, someone like myself.
I was going to say,
a dog mile.
Yes.
And there are 6 separate races for the kids from a quarter mile to a mile. There's something for everybody. It's really super. It's very inexpensive. I do not have a discount code for that, but there's something else I thought about this race that I'd like to bring up. They have live singers. They're generally kids from the schools, local schools, and they're really good, really talented. There's a national anthem singer for every single race that we put on that day.
Good.
There is officially more national anthems sung at the Newport Mesa Spirit Run than any other race I've ever been to, I've ever announced or heard of. I think it might be in the United States.
Well, I got to tell you that while I love all that, I think I've got a trump card for you on the anthem.
What's that?
It's OC Marathon, because our kids run the OC event. We have 10 different corrals of age group kids. And for every wave, one of our children sings the anthem.
You know what? I forgot about that. And you might have, now I'm going to have to count them all out, but you may be correct. Oh, Kohler does it again. Kohler with the win.
Okay. That's okay. I love your enthusiasm, and I could hear the anthem 100 times a day.
Oh, sure,
I just love it so much.
Sure. Absolutely. So anyway, Newport Mesa Spirit Run, really, again, 38th annual presentation. Super fun.
Is this the race where people wear USC or UCLA clothing, or is that
No,
a
no,
different
no,
one?
no. No.
Okay.
That's the rivalry run.
Okay.
That's
Totally
another
different.
fun thing. We'll hit that some other time.
Okay. All right. Now we have another race weekend where you and I will be making noise on opposite ends of the country. Me
Ladies
first?
first. Ladies first, of
Thank
course.
you so much. Okay. So April 2nd, I will be in Savannah, Georgia, one of the most charming cities on earth, announcing the public Savannah Women's Half Marathon and 5K for the, I don't know, 6th, 7th year or something. This race is so very special. And it's a girly theme, but we have tons of men run this race as well. But you start next to Forsyth Park in the middle of downtown Savannah, and you take off and you're running in these shady streets of Savannah. It's tree covered and the buildings are so beautiful. And the finish line for both the 5K and the half marathon is at this huge fountain in Forsyth Park. It is so lovely. So if I want everyone to come join us, but it's also the perfect place. It's a perfect place for two things: a romantic weekend. So if you have someone you feel romantic about, and that person also feels romantic about you, it's mutually romantic feelings. I highly recommend this race weekend, but it also would be a killer weekend to just show up with a pack of chicks.
That sounds great.
Yes.
Oh, but I'm working. Go ahead.
Right. You're going to be on the other side of the country, but it's the perfect place to go and drink wine. And they have those little alcohol trolley things where the pedal parties.
Oh yeah,
And you drink and you
pedal bars.
And there's spooky ghost tours, and Paula Deen has a restaurant. There's all sorts of great stuff. But anyways, this race is very special. And again, right now being led by Caitlin Presti, who just announced her very first race, the Savannah Bridge Run in December, her along with Rob Wells. And poor Caitlin had to wait 2 years because COVID and the mayor kept killing the races, but she did a impeccable job with the bridge run. And I know she has more fun things up her sleeve than has ever been offered before at the public Savannah Women's Half. So we want everybody to come out. And I do have a discount code. So it's, I think, SavannahWomen'sHalf.com. Discount code Fitzness gets you some wonderful amount off your registration fee.
Some wonderful amount.
Yeah, I can't remember those numbers, Rudy, but that's April 2nd. What have you got going on April 2nd?
On April 2nd, we would normally be together announcing this, but race director Gavin McKiernan puts on a super fun event, the Lake Havasu Half Marathon and 5K. It is absolutely beautiful at no surprise, Lake Havasu. And it's an area. The first time I was there was with Fitz last year.
Yep.
And I haven't been to Havasu before. I don't know why. It was a big mistake. It's a really, really cool area.
Yeah.
The lake is amazing, boats everywhere, but lots of natural beauty in a drivable area. Fitz and I had just an amazing weekend. We was it Red Rock? Yeah, Red
Rock Canyon? Does that sound right?
Red Rock, I believe it's Red Rock Canyon. And we there's natural
Valley of Fire. Sorry,
Valley of Fire. Thank you. Valley of Fire. And then another one. I think it was Red Rock Canyon. It was anyway. Somebody that's listening. Hey, Caitlin. Somebody that's listening will correct us. But super fun area. The race itself is a blast. Havasu is just a big party town. Gavin's puts on lots and lots of races and does an amazing job with this one. Again, the half marathon and 5K. And so some cool stuff about this one. You run over and you run under the London Bridge.
That's right, the real London Bridge.
The real London Bridge.
Shipped over. Like, how did Lake Havasu get that?
I don't know. High bidder. We'll take it.
It's very, very special. You get to go run over and under the actual London Bridge, and you can sing the song, and nobody falls down.
Right. Yeah, nobody falls down. So always a great weekend. Weather's been really good. I think Little Cool last time we were out there, but a great time. And that one's filling up really fast. I do have, thank you, Gavin, for a discount code for all of our runners. It's Noisy10.
I love it.
Noisy10. And that's for 10% off on any of the races at all. So Lake Havasu half marathon and 5K, join me. Or visit Fitz in Savannah. At any rate, you have one of two places that runners are allowed to be that weekend. Savannah.
Right. Other than that, no other races or activities exist.
No, that's it.
I like that. I like that. And I also, one of the things I hate about the real world is that I can't be in two places at once.
Yeah.
Because I would love to be there in Havasu with you guys too. It just dagger in the heart always. There's always something like that, right? Oh, and then hold on. Is Fergie singing there? Sure.
Is Fergie singing where?
Oh, because you don't know this. Rudy's of a different generation, Rich. I like
here we go.
But,
okay.
She's got a song about London bridges. Yeah.
And you know what?
Naughty.
I'm calling her when it's naughty. Oh.
It's not. Are you okay with that?
I don't know. I'm going to reach out and see if she wants to come sing her song at the London Bridge.
Just don't let her sing the anthem. Look, Rich likes this. Rich is a naughty race director, throwing naughty jokes out. Okay. All right. Next weekend, you have it's April 10th, San Diego Beach and Bay. Tell us about that.
Oh, this is one of San Diego's finest party races. Christy Carreño puts her heart and soul into this. She's a very accomplished race director. I worked with her a long time ago at Wild Animal Park. It was called the Wild Animal Park at the time, half marathon. And she's just a peach. She does a great job. She's a runner herself and really puts on a great show. There's a beer garden. We got a half marathon and we got a half marathon, 10K and 5K. So a little something for everybody. It starts at Mission Bay,
Cool.
which is just a beautiful part of San Diego. I mean, people who've been around quite a while might laugh because way back in the day, every race in San Diego was at Mission Bay.
Right. I've announced a couple there, and they're all different races. Yeah,
but it's absolutely beautiful. You really get to see a wonderful part of the bayfront. And then you go over to the beach side of things. So that therefore the beach and bay. And we've got entertainment. As I said, the beer garden. Once again, did I mention the beer garden?
You mentioned the beer garden.
It's really fun. Great music. And just an absolutely fantastic time. Again, that's April 10th. And great. Thank you, Christy, for this discount code, Rudy Beach 10. Rudy Beach 10. For $10 off a race that's already super reasonable, and the numbers are looking real good. Don't delay. Don't delay. Don't miss out. The numbers are really, really good, which is wonderful. San Diego Beach and Bay, April 10th.
So two things. Number one, I think you're right on that. I think because of last year, people are dawdling on registering for races, and some of them are being nipped in the bud because it sells out and you can't get in. So you're right. This is not the year to play games. Register for the races you want to run, specifically all the races we're announcing. And then the other thing is Mission Bay is where you like to bring your boat out. So why don't you offer everybody boat rides?
There we go. Hopefully we'll have, 3, 4, 5,000 runners and
at least
and 10 at a time. I'll take them all on little.
You could announce it from your boat. Are you kidding?
A 3-hour tour.
Right. Anchors away. Okay. So that sounds really fun. I wish I could be there with you. Lame that I'm not. All right. Next up, the angels sing. Do you hear the angels singing?
I hear them every time of year. When we hit that time of year, it's just a spiritual adventure. It always will be. It's special in my heart for lots of reasons.
That's right.
What are we talking about, Fitz?
April 22nd through the 24th is the Big Sur International Marathon.
And Big Sur weekend of races, lots and lots going on.
Right. And so anyone watching right now, what you have to know is that we're going to gush and we won't be able to do justice to this magical weekend, but it's too late. You can't get in anymore because everything's sold out. But this is a race weekend that you should desperately claw, fight, stab people with forks to get into because it is so freaking fabulous. So imagine the most posh, glamorous golf tournament and then have running put in there. Do you think that's a fair?
I think that's very fair. The way it's run is just absolutely top tier. It's very special. I ran it in 1986.
How quickly did you run it, Rudy?
Well, for the first time, I don't know. My first one, I think, was 3:01. My second one was 2:58:23, and my third one was 2:58:17, and that remains my personal record. But it's just, you're running on the ragged edge of the Western world, and that's their little tagline, and it's true.
Yeah,
it is just here you're running and you look left and all you see is the Pacific Ocean and scenic vista after scenic vista. It's spectacular.
Yeah, and you look at the ocean, but you're also, to me, having been there, it reminds me of Ireland. It's cliffs and the beautiful bridges, Bixby Bridge, and everything about it is just devastatingly beautiful. It's the most beautiful landscape of probably any race in the country. And they do the extra things to make it feel even fancier. You start in Big Sur Station with the redwoods, and then you get over Bixby Bridge, and that's where Michael Martinez on his grand piano, tuxedo and tails, blowing in the breeze. And then you go up Hurricane Point. So it's a tough course. It's definitely a tough course, and we have a strict 6-hour cutoff. So if we start you at 7, you need to be done at 1. This is not Disney. This is not like take all day. It doesn't matter. Take the swag or the boo-boo bus and we'll give you a medal. No, you have to earn this one. And that, I think, makes the finish line especially exciting for us because quite often at the end of a marathon, a lot of people have left and we're excited to see the final finishers, but there's not a big crowd. But at Big Sur, because there's this tight cutoff, we actually have a big crowd at the finish line and they're desperately hoping to see their person make it through. I've stood there and watched runners and the reason being is they have to open up this road. There's only one way up and one way down on, is it Highway 1?
Highway 1. Yeah.
Highway 1. Yeah. And so they have to open up the road, which means they have to kick you off the road. They have to get you off safely. But I've seen people while we're deflating the start arch or the finish arch, I've seen runners try to get under the arch, and the medals are unique. They're handcrafted out of it's ceramic, correct?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, and we have usually on Saturday we have a By the Bay 3K, which supports their Just Run Kids program. That did not happen this year, so we will not have the By the Bay 3K. On Saturday, we're doing shakeout runs, maybe some other fun things. Speaker series, including me. I love to speak, so that'll be great. But on Sunday, we have the 26.2 marathon. We have a 21-mile. They call it the walk, but you can run. We have an 11-miler, a 12K, and a 5K, and they're all wonderful distances. And we also have a relay.
And Boston to Big Sur.
That's right. Tell them about Boston to Big Sur.
Oh, Boston to Big Sur is amazing. It happened. They started it quite a while ago. I can't remember exactly how many years, but the race director at the time, Wally Kastner, kept seeing all these people coming to run Big Sur with their Boston shirts on from that year. And he said, "Wow, wait a minute. I think I have an idea." And so essentially you qualify for Boston, you run Boston, and then you come and run Big Sur. Now, a lot of people run a lot of marathons these days, so it might not sound like that big a deal.
Right.
But it used to be, I think, 3 or almost 4 weeks apart. And now
it's like 1 or 2 at max.
Like 1 or 2 at the most.
Right.
And I want to tell you, the people that come and do the Boston to Big Sur are just the most fun group of people. Yeah. They're clearly they're pretty darn accomplished athletes. And it's just absolutely spectacular. The other thing about Big Sur is I think the expo is just super fun, really, really fun.
Yes.
Very well done. And we're talking about Monterey, Carmel, Pacific Grove, and on and on and on. I mean, the aquarium, Cannery Row.
And so every element of this race weekend is posh and fabulous. And the team of people that manage the event, so executive director Doug Thurston, now he's left with one official staffer, and there's a board of directors. We call them the Blue Jackets because they're very easily identifiable on race weekend. And the board of directors manages various events. Like one will be in charge of the 3K and the 5K and the 12K. And they are very hands-on, very helpful. They love their community. They love our athletes. They love each other. It's just a very kind and friendly, fun weekend. And Doug Thurston, as we all know, has many magical talents, but this man makes an appointment with the whales. So race weekend,
I forgot about that.
beckons them to come over and leap into the air for our athletes. So many runners will stop on the course because the humpback whales are breaching. And sometimes at the kids' races, he'll even do his very famous whale calls on the microphone when I ask him / bully him into it. But it's very impressive. And then I think I misspoke before because I said you can't get in. I think the only way you can get into Big Sur right now is that Boston to Big Sur challenge. So if you're one of those people if you're running Boston and you like to do Big Sur, which you should, you might be one of the lucky ones who can do it.
And Fitz, did you look at the other distances and they're all sold out?
All of them. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you know what? I want to reel back just for a second here. Doug Thurston, our race director, absolutely phenomenal, very, very accomplished, and he's been in the race industry forever. Assistant race director Chris Baylog has been with the Big Sur Marathon since day one.
Wowie. I did not know that.
Yeah, she's pretty darn spectacular. She's so soft-spoken.
Oh, but she carries a big stick. Yeah.
She does. She does. But Chris, if you have the opportunity to see this or hear this, thanks for all you do. You are indeed a legacy. You're a corporate legacy. You're a Big Sur legacy.
Yeah, we call the Big Sur legacy athletes grizzled vets.
Grizzled vets. And there's it's getting the numbers getting lower. I think we're at 9.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Too much into the weeds. Next up, the other awesome California race. Now, this is the first race I ever announced. So always a special place in my heart. And I'm always grateful for Gary Kutcher and Kelsey Peterson for giving me a chance. It is the OC Marathon in Southern California. That's April 30th and May 1st.
That's one I've been announcing since the very first one. And of course we had the date collision last year, but what a great event. There's nothing this event doesn't have. There's entertainment, expo's fantastic.
Absolutely.
I mean, really, really superb expo and great courses. And Fitz, the marathon is back.
Heck yeah. So OC Marathon has a marathon. It also has a half marathon. Both of those races are on Sunday morning. We have the OC 5K, which is Saturday night. And we have an OC Challenge. So you can do the 5K and then either one of the longer races for XYZ special medal. And the medals are...
Oh, the medal,
always
world class.
Yeah, our race director, Gary, is not only one of the world's greatest race directors, but he's a fine artist. And here he is. Rudy is our grizzled veteran. That's right.
Nice,
right. I hope
Gary.
you'll come up with a more flattering, dainty nickname for me, Gary. But there he is. There's the face of the man who, these two men, Rudy and Gary, are responsible for me being able to make happy noise at races. So thank you both.
Well, I just want to go back to the medals. As you said, Gary is truly an accomplished, fine artist.
Yeah.
Gary's work is displayed in a number of art museums.
Yeah.
And has been in many, many others. And he puts these medals together and it's just like, wow. I mean,
they move, they open, they glitter, they have all the stuff. And so the OC Marathon to me is California's biggest running beach party. It is total beach party vibe. I'm not surprised the Beach Boys don't show up just because they want to.
Really?
Right. Like, where are they?
But wait a minute. We do have some amazing talent on the stage.
Well, that's the thing. We have 80s cover band, Flashback Heart Attack, and they play the the Finish Line Festival of Sunday, the half and full marathon, which the only bad part about that is you and I will never ever get to enjoy them.
And Fitz, I believe OC has a really nice VIP program for a VIP opportunity for.
Yeah, that's actually a great pointer, Rudy, is people can, if you register for the extra, then you have access to a pre-race tent. It might be warm. You might have coffee. You might have snacks, more private bathrooms. And then the Finish Line VIP tent is one of the finest in the entire country. It's large. It's got a beautiful hot buffet. There's alcohol, there's soda, there's they get to be right next to us, which is probably worth the price double admission,
Yeah,
right?
of course. Yeah. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
OC's amazing. What year is it? Is it are we year 17?
I believe this is 18.
18?
Maybe Gary can help with that. When we did so many OC marathon shows, so we had the live broadcast, about a dozen leading up to the race, and I learned all the trivia. I think we're going into year 18. What do I know? Patrick wants to know, is David Hasselhoff or the Baywatch crew there? Obviously, yes. That's all of the Baywatch people.
Yeah, Pam Anderson and the crew. Yeah, they're all there.
I wear the red lifeguard onesie thing, and Rudy's in his red trunks, and he carries a little buoy just in case. Right?
That's right. Yeah, lifeguard never leaves their station without the life buoy.
All of our runners have to take part in their swimsuit, preferably thongs, right? Just you.
And OC Marathon, you've heard us mention it before. 3 employees, total. This is a grassroots, amazing effort. Gary is a very, very Gary Kutcher, also a very, very accomplished runner himself.
Yeah.
Gary knows what you're looking for in an event. Yeah. And the course is fabulous. Some of the most beautiful parts of what's called Back Bay in Orange County. Probably by the time you go through 4 different cities that cooperate with the race, and we have all the mayors come out. The mayors come out. Yeah, you had 3 mayors last time?
We had 2 mayors in November, and they were actually really fun mayors, because sometimes when we get mayors that are speaking, it's just kind of like goodwill towards the community. Thanks for the permits. Right. But these mayors were super fun.
Thanks for the permit.
That's right. Yeah, so it's a great event, and it's the party, happy vibes. If you want to have a great experience, and you like the beach party vibe, OC Marathon is it. That's ocmarathon.com. Our discount code is Team Noisy.
Team Noisy, and that's good for.
I don't know, but it's good for all the race registrations. So I can't remember that number. Okay, next up, without you so sad, is the Fargo Marathon in North Dakota.
Ufta!
It's Fargo, don't you know? Spectacular event. I've announced it once. And, you start with Fargo. The people really are as nice as they are rumored to be. You betcha. They're just so wholesome and kind. It's just a really lovely place. It's a flattish course. I don't think it's perfectly flat, although Fargo itself is a very flat community. Flattish.
I love flattish. That's race director.
It's not Boston. It's not Big Sur. It's flattish. And the start line is in the Fargo Dome, where the North Dakota State University Bisons play football. So start line's inside. The finish line is inside, and it's a heck of a lot of fun. And those people know how to have a good time. And it's particularly welcoming of visitors, because all the 50 staters, almost all of them there's maybe one other marathon in North Dakota, and I don't know what it is. So I think everybody hits up Fargo Marathon, and it's a really good choice.
Very cool. And Fitz, don't I remember right that there's like a bazillion different events there? Doesn't it? Yes. Doesn't it go on for like a week?
Yes. It actually starts May 16th and ends May 21st. So there's the cyclothon, which is a bike race. the Fargo dog race, which is on Tuesday. So that would be super, super long for me to be in Fargo, but I really am a sucker for the dog races. There's the kids race, which is a Goliath, a 5K, 10K, half and full. And I think I'm probably still missing one, but yeah, it's a whole week worth of activity and adventure. Why not do all of the events? Why not do all of them, right?
And I apologize if you've already mentioned him. Your race director is probably
Mark
one of
Knudsen.
the most dedicated, fun people, and so experienced. I know you've worked on a number of other events with him as well.
Right.
But
So Mark is also the creator of the DC Wonder Woman and Batman series. And he is that race director who always is in work gloves and he's always lifting stuff. He can't help himself. He's always in operations mode. And, it's great to see the guy at the top busting his hump. And with that, you also want to bust your hump even more. I mean, you and I work at 100% every time, no matter what. But when I see Mark out there lifting stuff and dirty and sweaty, it just feels good. It's a great organization, great race. I'm proud to be there as per usual.
Outstanding. Fargo.
Okay. Next up, this is going to be the grand finale of our show. The most patriotic race on our list on Memorial Day weekend, none other than the Buffalo Marathon weekend.
Yay!
I love this race. I think I've been announcing it since like 2016, perhaps. And you are the best junior poobah we could ever ask for starters.
I am junior announcer, junior poobah. You, of course, are the grand poobah.
The grand poobah. That's right. We wear our buffalo hats and they make us look like we're in Fred Flintstone's Water Buffalo Lodge.
That's right.
So
That's right.
Fun.
The Royal Order of, is it the Royal Order of Buffalo? I think it's
Loyal Order.
Here we go. Here
of the Water Buffalo. All right, great.
Chimes in.
Do you want to read that, Rudy? Read it with your big announcer voice, please.
And from Greg Weber, our race director, because Rich and I love what you do for our event, we scheduled a Monday meeting with the bar owners while you have been talking to discuss bringing back our, what's that?
0.0K.
Excellent. Friday night happy hour and band to round out the schedule. And he's not kidding about this.
No, he's not.
They have both said they are 100% in. COVID botched this for us in 2020. But be there in 2022. These guys are party animals. Greg and Rich, thank you.
That's right. That's right. And just to go there, be there or be square is the threat. So today I was talking with Greg on the phone because he's planning some pretty cool swag. I'm not going to mention it right now. I'm going to let Greg do the big reveal when the time comes. But of course, it's beautiful and posh and high end as per usual, because they know other way than to do high quality. But they had been talking about this Friday night party. And then, of course, COVID rained on everybody's parade. So I called, I said, Greg, are you still bringing back that party thing on Friday night? Should I be able to talk about that tonight? And he was like, I don't know. So apparently Greg jumped on it, as he does, because he's Mr. Business. And Friday night party. He's been talking about this for quite a few years. So that's super exciting. Congratulations, Greg. And congratulations to the rest of us. I think there will be a red dress involved. And then, of course, fireworks, because that's
lots of pyrotechnics. They love their pyro in Buffalo.
They do. So what do they say? Big city, small town feel. Buffalo is a really lovely city, well maintained, clean. It's 20 minutes away from Niagara Falls and some gorge for hiking. There's a bunch of neat things around Buffalo. So beyond just the race weekend, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff to do. It's a place where you would definitely go and then maybe spend an extra day or two to have some adventures, go in the May to the Mist into Niagara Falls. And then we have so many different events. So Friday night will be hopefully the block party with the band. Hoorah.
Hoorah.
And then Saturday morning, we have our Buffalo 5K, which Rudy has actually an age group award right? Didn't you run that a couple years ago and win something?
Yeah, I managed to get a silver second place finish in my age group, and instead of getting a medal, I got a really cool cap, really nice running cap. Thank you very much, Buffalo Marathon, for kind of mixing it up and doing some different things like that. And
Yeah,
that's
one
what
of the
Fitz is talking about, something new coming up.
very cool. Yeah, and you know what's interesting is besides just being a very generous, decent human being, he and Rich, and they put on such a high quality event, but he likes to be the most. So Greg, the
He
second he
does.
hired me, like sent me a jacket and then 3 shirts. He was like, "I'm going to be your best swag race.
That's
There
right. I
will
remember.
be no other race that has better swag." And he cares so much, and he wants all of his athletes to, be excited when they open their goodie bags and wear their gear with pride. So there's a bunch of just great stuff. But okay, so there's the Buffalo 5K Saturday morning, which is always well attended. And yeah, it's just very well attended. And then we go directly to the even more fun stuff, which makes me so flipping happy. So
What would that be, Fitz? What
well,
would
we've got a few things.
Okay.
We start with the kids races.
Hmm.
Kids races are, 2 to 11, I think, and they go in different waves, and man, do they work really hard. We all think it's super fun and funny, and the kids just take it so seriously. It's very fun to see their intense little faces, and we always have some element of hilarious at those races because, they're kids, right?
Oh yeah, and because you're insistent on hugging each and every one of them.
I actually try to keep my hands off the little kids because I don't want to be arrested for being the creepy
Oh,
announcer.
well,
However, on occasion, lucky for me, some of these adorable little humans trip or fall down or something. And then I have good, legit reason to pick them up and snuggle them and hold their hand and run them to the finish. So
okay,
I'm not saying I want them to fall.
like you are physically and emotionally capable of not hugging Macy as she comes running
Well,
in.
that's different. I have connection to Macy. That would be
You
Greg's
do. You
granddaughter.
do.
And so Macy's also the inspiration for the Buffalo Diaper Dash. And what's so cool about that, and I don't want to speak out of turn. I think it's free for the kids. I could be wrong. They all get a medal, and the babies actually get a bib, a race bib to drool on. But
A
Greg and
bib
Rich,
bib.
they ordered this carpet, this special baby diaper dash racing carpet that goes right under our big finish line. And then we put the babies down, and they roll and crawl and drool, and some of them make it across the mat to
Some
their
don't.
mom or dad or whatever, and some of them just sit and play with their feet. But that's really fun.
Yeah, sometimes they just stop and look at the
Look at the
the
noisy man who's
no,
terrifying
the
them in his
bridge, the no,
yeah, yeah. The arch.
the
Look at
arch.
that. That's
Thank you.
right. Greg Weber is filling it. So the kids races and the diaper dash are both free. So if you're coming with your family, it's nice to have them take part, grandkids, whatever. And then, yeah, the diaper dash is
That's
26.2
right.
feet.
That's great.
So cute. So I'm hoping Greg's daughters will keep pumping out babies every year. So I have at least one I can
Oh,
snuggle.
geez.
Just a recommendation for your girls, Greg. And then after the diaper dash,
What's after that, Fitz?
well, the cuteness continues, and these athletes I am allowed to grope and snuggle because it's the Ruffalo Stampede, our dog race.
Who let the dogs out?
Oh, it is so fun. I think it's a 1K. It's really just a loop around a big block, but
Oh,
we have normally about 200 dogs and the most proud, happy owners on the planet. And, sometimes it's one dog and 5 humans escorting that dog because they're so excited to be together. But there's a couple things I love about the Ruffalo Stampede is all different types of dogs. We often have Great Danes and Chihuahuas and Mastiffs and you name it, every type of dog. And they're all so nice, right? We never have an issue with the dog. And
I-
and
you know,
mine,
I don't know how that happens. Seriously,
I know.
that's amazing because dogs are dogs, and you know,
This is the reason. It's because people that love their dogs enough to take them to a dog race are also the same people that love their dogs and are willing to spend all this time
they're good
raising
owners.
nice,
Yeah,
well-behaved
yeah.
dogs.
Yeah, they're good owners. Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, I think the dogs really like us.
Oh, yeah. Another case of they get on a plane to come to
That's
see
right. Those
us in
dogs are like,
Buffalo.
Team Noisy's there. We got to do our best. And what's really funny is Buffalo normally sticks one of the finish line directors, are part of our team, Alfredo Longo, in the back of a golf cart, and he wears a big cat head. And so when I yell go, all the dogs chase the cat
Oh,
through the finish
perfect.
line. It's very, very fun, very well done. And if you're not a part of it, let's say you don't have a kid or you don't have a dog, you want to stay put at the finish line that morning and that afternoon just to see all the fantasticness going on. I mean, the fact that we've spent 10 minutes here talking about the kids and the dogs is special.
And the runners are not the only ones who get swag. The dogs get swag.
That's right. Do you remember what they get?
They get a bandana,
Yeah.
a really cool bandana,
Yep.
and a box of milk bones.
That's right. Milkbone headquarters are in Buffalo.
Buffalo. That's right.
What?
That's right.
And they also get a medal for their collar.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Up
for
down,
the collar.
so they could show off to all the other dogs in their neighborhood. And then we, meaning other people on the team, fill up pools full of water so the dogs can get a drink. And if it's hot, they have a little bath. It's very fun. And then there's a bark crawl immediately after that. So if you and your dogs want to go down, there's
That's right.
local businesses, which we would like you to go take part in. So you can have a beer and Fluffy can have water, I suppose, and you can mingle with other dog owners. And then the other cool thing, because there's so many cool things, is that they have rescues come out, and there's all of these dogs that show up with vests that say "Adopt Me," and I believe several of the dogs have been adopted at our race. And you know how I feel about rescues.
Stop. Please.
Okay, all right. This is not the Buffalo Marathon show, but it is right now. And then we'll have a speaker at the pre-race party, or pre-race dinner. I think that speaker is going to be me, Rudy. Did you hear that?
I heard that.
That's right.
I heard
it's going to
that.
be a barn burner. And then the next morning, we have the marathon and the half marathon and the Kaleida heart-to-heart relay.
It's excellent. And big money is raised.
That's right.
The city just opens up their hearts, no pun intended, and the runners really get behind. There's I know there have been a number of groups and people, individuals fundraising, gathering incredible amounts of money, really making some amazing efforts, and it's really been exceptional. It's I have relatives in Buffalo. Relatives by a former marriage. So I've been to Buffalo a number of times. And when I got the opportunity to announce with you at Buffalo and came back, it reminded me of what a special city it is. It's a big city with a big heart, and it has a small city feel, as you said, and it's just fantastic. We need to get a lot of people out there.
Absolutely. That's right. And it's Kaleida Heart Health. They're supporting the heart health at Kaleida, the heart stuff. I'm losing my eloquence here. But half marathon relay day is bona fide bonanza. I mean, the start line is high energy and people come out ready to have a good time. We don't have any struggles getting them to engage in raucous nonsense, which we love. And then as we all go, they light off fireworks.
They light off fireworks, and then there's the stampede.
Yes, then the stampede. That's right. The buffaloes. We are the largest herd of buffalo in the country at any given point. That's right. And we do have the stampede soundtrack I like to play because music is my friend. But yeah, start line's extraordinary. They have a beautiful tour of the city. They go by the waterfront where there's a fireboat of some sort with water gushing out, and everybody loves the course, both the half and the full. And my other favorite thing about this race is, I mentioned it before, but the patriotism in Buffalo. I mean, their colors are red and white and blue. And not only do our athletes come out dressed in those colors, but we have so many people carrying the American flag, and Team RWB has a huge presence there. And then we just have folks running around in American flag running shorts, and it's just great. I love it. I love Patriots.
And Fitz, do we have a discount code for that event?
Oh, we do not have a discount code.
Oh, okay.
I know. I know. Well, you know
Sorry.
what? It's the seats are going fast. This is one of those races where they don't need to do a discount code this year because
Gotcha.
it's hot and people want to be there. And so if you're one of those people who wants to be at a hot race with lots of fun things going on, Buffalo.
Also, probably a good city to make your travel plans as early as possible. Gets
Right.
really, some of the hotels in the center district there are get really busy. There's also conventions and stuff at that time
Right.
of year, so it gets really really busy. Don't be disappointed by getting shut out or have to be too far away from the center of all the action.
Yeah, well, I think that everyone who's watched tonight and those people that will watch it on replay are probably going to come to every last one of these events, Rudy, except on April 2nd. They're going to have to figure out how
You're
to
gonna have to make a
teleport.
choice, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
maybe a teleporting thing or not on April 2nd. But I'm really excited about the spring. And truth be told, we will likely add a handful of
I
events
was just
between
gonna
now and
say,
then.
yeah, I was just gonna say, actually, I got a call today,
Oh, well,
and
too
I
bad.
know you've got some things working. So
Right.
whether it's Fitz and I or Fitz or I,
Mhm.
we hope to be adding stuff, and this is already a pretty decent calendar right now.
Yeah, you know what? I'm so we feel the same way. We're so fortunate. This is, I look forward to all of these races so much. And sometimes people ask, "What is your favorite race?" And I think, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, that's not. You just can't.
It's like
Just
choosing your favorite child. I just couldn't
right. Very
do it. Now
good.
I could
Very
gush.
good.
I can tell you why each of them is special
Right.
and help you find your way. If you're only going to do one, perhaps I can steer you towards one that suits your interest most. But man, they are special. And it's not just the organized event, it's the organizers. I miss so many of our event directors that we haven't seen in so long. And our athletes. I wonder if they know how much we admire them and love them. Do you think they know?
Well, you know what? I think they do. In case they don't, we revel, and it goes right to our hearts when we see
Yeah.
so many of you and so many of you traveling to our events.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, aren't you from Florida? And here she is in New York and Buffalo,
Yeah.
or
And
in
Fargo and Georgia
Fargo.
and yeah,
Yeah, all over. So hey, Fitz, something else. I know we're going a little long here. Something
it's
else I want
okay.
to bring up though, particularly if there's family members or you would just like, maybe you're not able to come to the event to participate. um, a lot of these events need volunteers. A lot
Right.
of the events need volunteers. The overwhelming number of volunteers from other years, past years, is not so much the case anymore right now.
Right.
Of course, there's COVID and there's other concerns, but I don't think there's an event that we mention here that couldn't use a whole bunch of volunteers. And we'll have you doing some really fun stuff. I mean, it's pretty darn special to put a medal around someone's neck that just ran a marathon, and you can feel their emotions, you can see them. Or you're out there on the course and you're just handing out water or
Yeah.
Gatorade or something like that, and this runner grabs it and turns to you and says, "Thank you so much for being
Yeah.
here. You're how we can do this." And
Yeah.
so please, please, please consider volunteering for one of these events would be great. If not, an event in your town. All the races need volunteers, please.
We sure do. And you usually end up with a cool shirt, sometimes a
Yeah.
jacket, and
Yeah.
a great day. So instead of just loitering and, bring your friends. Oh, and then the other thing is if you're bringing your family to a far off place because you're running a marathon, sign them up for the 5K. And
Yeah.
they don't really have to train for a 5K
No.
in most cases. I'm an actual bona fide qualified fitness expert, and I can confidently say that anyone who can roam through the mall for 1 hour can do a 5K. There's no pressure to run. You can walk the whole way. You can dawdle. You can saunter. You can strut. It doesn't matter to us. You just keep going. Have a tour of the city on foot And what a wonderful way to make sure everybody who showed up walks away with the athletic experience and some adventure in their life and a medal, right?
And it makes them feel part of the whole weekend and part of your effort, for the
Yeah,
runner. I've always liked your comparison of an hour at the mall,
it's
which
true.
it's totally true. It's
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. And many people know, we've seen people that are in their 90s doing 5Ks, people 400 or 500 pounds, people with 0 legs. We see people of those caliber doing full marathons too. So the 5Ks are very doable. All right. A little comment here. We got Bill of Bill and Jennifer Taylor. Any Texas visits? The answer is yes, and the heck yes, but that will start in summer. So those dates are not listed on any calendars yet, and it's not my privilege to be able to share that information. But as soon as the events go public, yes, coming to Texas, I'm definitely going to be there. I'm hoping Rudy will be with me.
We'll see, but the answer is yes, period. So
Yes.
there
Yeah,
you go.
I love me some Texas, and thank you so much. Oh,
Thanks, Bill.
look at
That's really
this.
nice.
Big Sur is so much better because of y'all.
Oh, thank you. That's really
Doesn't get
nice.
any better than that. If
Big.
we and speaking of our race director, Doug Thurston, thanks for the shout out to Big Sur. Sorry, he was late joining. Doug Thurston, lashes. You're going to get the lashings with the noodles.
Well, the other thing is we'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. We'll see him on a meeting. That's right. If anyone has any questions, let us know now. I'm going to kick Mr. Novotny off. It's getting to be his bedtime. It's at like 7 o'clock over there in California.
Hey, back cracky it is. Gotta blow the candles out and put the kitty out. And
well, you know what? One of the greatest things I'm looking forward to is all the fun time we'll get to spend together, because I love announcing these races with you.
It's my pleasure, Fitz. And since that first OC, it's just been an absolute delight. And you've hit the top of your game. You're the best, and it's my honor to announce races with you. So let's just do more.
Let's do more. That is mutual. All right. One more time again. I'm just sharing the link to our platforms it's my race calendar, but it's also partially our race calendar. So I hope everybody will click on that link and know that Facebook is attaching some sort of stupid hacking thing. So if you're not getting straight to fitzness.com off this link, just go to fitzness.com, type it in your browser, and go to my race announcing page. You'll see the calendar link there. Rudy Novotny, it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thanks, Vince, and thanks to everybody who's watched. And we can't wait to see you at any or many of our races.
That's right. I expect you all at all of them. Have a great night. Get to work, team.
Good night,
Bye.
guys.
And now you got to